So, what'd you think of the festival tonight?
Oh, I thought it was great. I had a great time the entire day, actually.
Yeah, good, good. Me too.
I thought it was a great idea for us all to meet over at Tim's place. I mean, you and I were obviously running late because he lives out in the boonies, but, better late than never.
Yeah, I agree. When you get a group of people together to go to an event like this, it just adds to the enjoyment, the fun. And it's kind of like the saying goes, the more the merrier.
Yeah, I totally agree. And, I think it was really important that we all went to the concert together in one group because, it was so large, it would have made it really difficult to find people in our group if we would have all gone separately.
Right.
It
I mean,
actually it actually surprised me because that the crowd was so large. I mean, the tickets cost an arm and a leg, so I was kind of thinking that maybe the crowd wouldn't be as big.
yeah, but price doesn't usually deter you from going to hear music, right?
No, it's true. You're right.
But speaking of us staying together, it just was making me think of the crowds, and I just didn't think that in general the festival was laid out that well.
Well, there were four different stages.
No, there were six.
Oh, there were six stages?
Yeah,
See, we only went to two of them,
I know.
but the stages were kind of far apart. And you know what the most impractical design was? I thought that they they had very narrow walkways between the stages, and
Yes.
sometimes you had to go through a little tunnel, like a foot tunnel,
Yeah.
and there would be thousands of people trying to go through a space that only maybe 20 people could go through at a time.
Oh yeah, the crowd would get completely bottlenecked.
Yeah, exactly. So trying to go from one stage to the next was just it took a lot of time and effort.
Yeah, I agree.
So that was one thing that was, just not properly planned for on their part.
No, and then there'd be all these random trails through the woods that people were trying to forge their way through.
Yeah, true. Another thing that was a real hassle was trying to get a beer.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean, the wait, the line was like, 120 people long every time you wanted to go get a beer.
Yeah. Well, first you had to stand in line just for them to check your ID and get the wristband.
Yeah,
That was
and
bad
oh,
enough.
that was an even longer line.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, once you had the wristband, though, then it was battling the lines just to get a beer each time. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
yeah, and if you wanted to go get a beer while the band was playing, you basically had to decide whether you wanted to see the music
Yep.
or you really wanted a beer. Which was more important to you? You had to make a
Right.
choice.
Yeah. Make a list of pros and cons.
Yeah, yeah. How thirsty am I versus how much do I want to hear this music? And the lines to the bathroom were really long, also.
Yeah, the lines in general were just a hassle. I have to agree.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when we were leaving the event, it took us over an hour just to get out of the stadium.
Oh,
Remember,
God.
there were all these people who were starting to climb the fences
Yeah.
instead of going through the little tunnel. I mean,
Yes.
and the fence, it looked like it was going to break. I mean, it was totally an accident waiting to happen.
Right. That was something I didn't understand. Like it Hardly Strictly Bluegrass, I didn't remember seeing fences like that.
Well, Hardly Strictly Bluegrass, that festival is free. So, I don't think they
Oh,
had to put up the
yeah.
barriers
That's
to entry.
okay. That makes sense. I was wondering what the deal was with the fences.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why that's why you never have that problem at that festival.
Right.